Hey everybody, how are you all today? Welcome one and all. Okay. Let's just there we are. Hey, how are you all? Hey Rielani, hey Jack Franco, hey Chase. No music. Can you hear it? Oh no, is it not coming? God damn it. You mean it didn't play this whole time? Are you fucking serious? Speaker. What even? Okay, can you hear it now? I'm so sorry that wasn't playing. I thought it was. For whatever reason, it changed my default. OBS is stupid. I don't know how else to put it. Well, sorry about that. That was an accident. Hey, Fantastic Alex. Hey, Chase Grung. Hey, Milo. Hey, Jack Franco. Do I know when this project will be finished? No. If I knew that, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably have something more to say on the matter, but no, I don't know. I can't tell you, man. It'll be finished when it is finished. At this point, I've stopped trying to make it fit a mold. I'm just gonna do whatever I'm gonna do, you know? So, you know, don't worry about it, bruh. Now then. Just sit back and enjoy the ride, Alex. You don't, or sorry, Jack Franco. You don't have to worry about when it'll be done. Everything will be in its own proper balance, all in good time. So yeah, so now, I haven't really done every major building that I could be doing. There are probably other buildings I could make elsewhere. Like in here, there's probably a building in here that I'm gonna put. Maybe even over in here somewhere, because there's lots of space yet to be filled, but I want to kind of make a bunch of smaller, you know, lived-in detail type things. Stuff that'll make it feel a little more occupied, I guess. There really aren't that many good words that I know of that really describe just how empty it still feels to me, and I need to fix that, you know? So I'm gonna have a, how close is it to be done? Was my base destroyed by NOCOM? The third site was destroyed by NOCOM. The second site was found by the Turks. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm making it all on single player, so it's all good. Hey, wait a minute. Is this thing... Okay. Ah, I see the problem. Okay. My headphone jack I put in the wrong spot. There we go. Yeah, I was hearing things weird. Much better. So anyway, yeah, it's you know, it's maybe 75% done at this point. I'm not really worried about it, you know? Like, at the end of the day, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm just gonna have fun along the way. I'm not gonna care about some sort of a nebulous goal or, I don't know, like some sort of silly, you know, I gotta get this done, or I gotta get this much, or I gotta do that, or go here, be there, that sort of thing. I feel like it's more fun to have it be, I don't know, what's the word? It's a mystery. It's interesting. It's dynamic. It's its own thing. It will be done when it'll be done. Exactly, Alex. Exactly. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. Do I know when this... Oh yeah, I already read that. Current estimate is 2028. No. That's way too far out. Mini solar system. No, there's not enough room for that up there. Good idea, Chase, but just not enough space up above. If Mojang had upgraded the world height in the end, maybe. But as it stands, no. Not likely. It's just kind of unfortunate. Ooh, I like that. That looks nice. This is definitely, like, it has potential, you know? This is probably just going to be like a tiny little gazebo looking thing, but, you know, if it fits, it fits. I think it'll work. So yeah, no, there's not really a planet anywhere. It really doesn't require a planet or anything like that. No music again? Are you serious? OBS must be weird. Okay. I can hear it. Aha. Okay. It must be because I unplugged my headphones halfway through. That must be what's doing it. I didn't expect that to be a problem. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ani. I would not have realized. Tell you more goofy stories like the brand story. Oh. Oh, God. The problem is I've told a lot of these stories before, even if it hasn't been, like, recent. So, like, I feel like everybody's heard them all already. But then, realistically, maybe not. Maybe only some of you have actually heard some of these. I did tell the brand story a few times already, and that's kind of what made me go, well, maybe I shouldn't tell it again. Let's see. Yeah, I can tell a story. I probably should, to be quite honest. I've been a little lazy about stuff like that. Let's see. I remember... Oh, fuck. Well, there was a story where we all rode to Valkyria. Or from Valkyria to the lands, I mean. And while we were en route, the Pompano ended up being the first person to the base. He just beat us all there. And in doing so, he ended up like riding off the edge of this large quarry that I dug out with Exalted Spartans. And he ended up not setting his bed there. And it nearly made him quit the server. Because he was so pissed after having AFK horse-ridden for like 2 days, 2.5 days, something like that. The drive from Valkyria to the lands was a solid 3.5 day, 2 day, 5 day if you were really, really slow about it. It was a long haul. And he was pissed. He cursed up a storm in Skype like I'd never seen. And it took me a solid 2 minutes of like asking him what was wrong before he'd finally just say, I rode off the edge. And I knew what quarry he rode off the edge. It was really unfortunate. But it was also kind of amusing because I was like, oh shit. I probably should have covered that up. That was going to be like a mob farm. It ended up becoming a gold farm. after a time. But, you know, moral of the story, watch where you're riding. We also ended up making a bunch of, like, really nasty drown spots for horses. Because when we all rode back to the lands, and we had just gotten back, horses were like the number one way anyone would move around and go anywhere, because, you know, it was convenient. And we ended up basically a bunch of rivers and streams kind of just turned into what Zarviar called Horse Drown Lake, because he rode his horse in there on accident. There was just this tiny little spindly bridge connecting two halves of a river, and there were so many downward flowing water sources that you can't see. And he got so pissed at us because we just, like, killed all of his horses, basically, and he was careless. And it was so funny to see him get, like, mad and pissed at us simply because he wasn't careful about where he was riding his horses. So he lost several horses that way. And then he made a sign there at the lake in question, called it Horse Drown Lake. That always fucking cracked me up whenever I saw that. One really fun, quirky story. The Pompano and Fubster, the reason I even invited them to the lands in the first place. In late 2013, they ended up joining us in Valkyria. We ended up meeting them at spawn because they were, like, really notorious shit posters. And we just kind of wanted to know what their deal was. And as it turns out, they were running some sort of like a precursor to Fight Club. I shit you not, it was Fight Club before Fight Club was Fight Club. Except this was in like late 2013. And they were promising new friends passage out of spawn if they won Fight Club. Spoiler alert, nobody ever won Fight Club. And it was just really awesome to see, like, this. It was obviously a hoax or a racket of sorts. And they were really good at just asking people annoying or obnoxious questions. Like, back in late 2013, especially, the Trayvon Martin case was fresh on everybody's minds, because that had just happened about a year and some change earlier. And so, one of the first things I remember seeing Fubster doing in chat, and then Pompano was right on his heels. He would ask new friends at spawn, "What is your opinion on the Trayvon Martin case?" And he didn't give a shit what anyone's opinion on the case actually was, or, you know, I'm not going to reiterate what it was about or anything like that. What it was irrelevant. The gag was, if you were stupid enough to meet him and answer his questions, he was going to fuck with you and then kill you. And just the amount of salt Fubster was able to extract from people was simply god tier. I literally, to this day, I've never seen someone troll new friends at spawn better than Fubster and Pompano. They were legends. Definitely. And one of the best things they ever did was something I like to call the Tower of Stolen Goods. And again, I've probably said this story before, but whatever. I'll repeat them a few times, I guess. So at Valkyria, when we invited them, they were psyched to join us, because they actually wanted to be part of a group and not just fuck with new friends all the time. They actually did enjoy playing with people. And so of course they get invited and everything's hunky-dory for a time. And pretty soon, because we all had spawn teleport, they kind of get bored of staying exclusively at Valkyria. Plus we all had spawn teleport, so leaving Valkyria was very common. We would all go to spawn to do whatever. And one of the first things I'd see them do was they would do what they called the 2B2T Fish and Wildlife inspections, which was, it amounted to them going around to all the spawn bases, because I swear to God, this never fails. All new friends have one big, sort of like, continual habit that all new friends always do. And that is, I'm going to make my base pretty much within 20k of spawn. Or, well, 10k of spawn in some cases. Do I still know them? No, I lost contact with them a while ago. I had them on Steam, and they were really cool, but I don't talk to people on Steam. And so I ended up, like, pretty well losing track of them. And, yeah, after that, I just kind of went, oh, well, I guess they've moved on. And as far as I can tell, yeah, they moved on to other games. They quit in early 2014. They didn't do anything more. But it was nice to have them when they were around, you know. But anyway, so they would go to various new friend bases. And like I said, 10k within spawn. Easy to find so many of these. And they would just steal everything. They would steal everything and spawn teleport back and forth from the base to Valkyria and rinse, repeat. And they would just exhaust every base in the areas of all their goods. All of it. No matter what it was. If a new friend had it at their base, it was going to be in the Tower of Stolen Goods at Valkyria. I'm talking like this place was gaudy as fuck. It looked ass ugly. And that's exactly how Fubster and Pompano liked it. It was an eyesore to end all eyesores. And Fubster and Pompano were just like ecstatic. I could visibly see them giggling in how they moved and how they acted just while they were building it. And I got to watch them make the whole thing too. And it was just so fucking funny. Because you knew that this was their magnum opus. Much in the way Space Valk 3 is my magnum opus. Like, it was the culmination of all the heists they pulled. It was every single bit of new friend tiers. Everything. It was every manner of fuck you, welcome to 2B2T. Like, it was that in spades. I can't even begin to describe how delicious it was. Because, like, you would see people in chat visibly mauling that someone had stolen everything out of their base that was not glued down. And oh shit, I should have had that around. Okay, there we go. And if it was you know, within that much space of spawn, you knew immediately who had done it. And it was just like, oh well, I happen to know where your stuff is. I'm looking at it right now. And it was part of the tower, and I was just like, I'm not giving it back to you, sorry. It's part of the tower now. I can't give it back to you on principle. Like, this is how it is, mate. Get wrecked. And yeah. And then when Drew Bookman came and griefed Valkyria the second time around, I know they withered the tower, but I don't think Drew Bookman made, like, any mention of finding it. I don't think he knew what it was. And so, unfortunately, you know, Drew Bookman came and ruined everything at Valkyria. Oh, damn, that was loud. Anyway, he came and ruined everything he could at Valkyria. But, like, I swear to God, half of the stuff at Valkyria was totally lost on Drew. Like, XCC2 and some other guy had made a little pagoda. It was a really nice looking pagoda. I don't know that anything happened to it, really. Coldwave's church. He'd made this famous church there at Valkyria. Church to all the old and mid friends. He made a sort of like a shrine to everybody who was popular or well known at the time. I was sadly not well known or popular at the time, so I did not receive a shrine. And I'm still mad about it to this very day. No, not really. But you know, that's how it goes. Actually, I think I'm gonna invert these. Oh, no, I do not want that there. So yeah, that was basically all of Fubster and Pompano. I wish I had more. I really do. Their golden days were Valkyria. And then when we moved to the lands at the end of Valkyria, I told them, hey, come with us. You guys are amazing. And then they built the 2B2T Fish and Wildlife headquarters at the lands. And then they kind of just dropped off the face of the earth. And I saw them once during the temp map of 2014, which is when they had unfettered access to spawn. And then from there, it was just like, never again. And you know, it is what it is. Sad. Uh-oh, I hear a whiny little girl. She wants in my room because she's mad, or because she's afraid of lightning. The lightning is all too scary. Poor little Ellie, she wants in. Anyway, heard someone on Discord begging you for a screenshot of the Tower of Junk a while back. You got wind that I had access to them. Oh, okay. Yeah, you read the signs in the raw download. Yeah. Housemaster, quit playing this dead server. Oh god, that was so amazing. Yes, that was like the best thing Coldwave ever made. I feel bad for Coldwave because when Valkyria was falling apart and we were all scattering and we were like, hey, we're going to the lands, come meet up at this location so that we can get horses and shit. Coldwave begged us to go there. And I was genuinely considering Coldwave there for a little while. And I'm like, alright, well, you know, you were okay at Valkyria. I don't see why not. And then he starts, oh, and we were in a, I gotta say this. We were in a Skype group call. And he starts eating on his shirt. Like, visibly chewing on his shirt. He's got his shirt, or his collar of the shirt in his mouth, and he's sucking on it. And I remember doing that as a kid. And at some point, something, like, tripped in me. And, like, I stopped doing that. And I started seeing that as, like, absolute cringe. And I was just like, Coldwave, you're in fucking high school. What are you doing? And he just looked at me like, what are you talking about, Jack? This is normal. And I just looked at him and like, dude, no, it isn't. I'm sorry, I can't invite you. Oh, hold on. Okay. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but yeah. Who was this? This was Coldwave, some guy who was part of Valkyria, but I couldn't in good faith keep him in the group, and we had to boot him because he was just like too cringe. And yeah, we never really looked back, honestly. Honestly, I don't think Coldwave would have done very much, so it was probably for the best. Ooh, I like that. That sort of spiral shape. Okay. And then I'm gonna put some sort of a pattern at this very bottom-most area. So yeah, the point of today's stream is to make all of these wonderful little, I don't know, extra bits of stuff to make the whole place feel more lived in, I guess, because it does feel a little barren and empty in places. It needs a lot of TLC still. Oh, whoops. That goes there, this goes here. There we go. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but, whoops. You know, people are just, you gotta grow out of stuff like that. Come to think of it, I wonder what all the people, the old players from Valkyria, are all doing today. I don't know. You're eating your shirt right now, Jean-Pierre? Oh, dude. Dude, no. Please. Please don't tell me that. Ew. That just... Yeah, no. Whoops. If you're gonna do stuff like that, please keep it to yourself. I don't want none of my viewers to be openly cringe. Be at least closeted cringe. If you gotta be cringe. Just say nothing and do nothing and be nothing. And then you too can be a big player like me. Hey Omion, how are you? Am I excited for Artemis? Not really, no. It doesn't really, like, affect me. I don't know, it just doesn't feel... I can't... I don't know how to put it. It doesn't matter to me, I guess. Like, I should be hyped. I really should. Because I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to the moon for the first time in XD years. Literally 50 fucking years. We're finally going back to the moon. And, I don't know, it just doesn't feel real enough. Obviously, they scrubbed the mission for today. And so, now it especially doesn't feel real. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'll believe it when I see it. No moon, I know. We'll get there. I mean, it's not like it's impossible. It's been done before. And I would rather they scrub the mission if things are not looking, you know, up to snuff. I don't want them to go off half-cocked and blow up or some shit. Oh, damn it. I didn't center this properly. Okay. Okay, Storm. Don't power failure me. Please. For the love that is, all the love that is good and holy, please do not power failure me. If the stream just randomly dies, you know why. There's a pretty nasty thunderstorm going on. I don't know how terrible it's gonna be. Like, that was what was making Ellie whine earlier. If the thunder and lightning wasn't coming through on the mic. You know, but I bet that guy was really mad about getting kicked from the group for that. Yeah, he wasn't happy, but he got over it. And we all kind of... He still kept playing. I mean, it's not like he quit 2B2T as a whole. I saw Coldwave from time to time, still. And I don't really remember what he did after that, honestly. Here's hoping, you know, he's still kicking somewhere out there. You were hanging out with some friends this weekend, and one of them really told you he believes the moon landing was faked. Dude. Is that person still your friend? Because if so, Mike, dude, man, I got news for you. That guy is probably not friend material for too much longer. Like, there's so much wrong with the moon landing conspiracy nut jobs. I still can't believe there are people who genuinely bought into that. Oh well. What happened to 2B2T? That's a good question, Cameron. Whoa. I was bright and loud. But yeah, what happened to 2B2T is that it became too popular. Too popular and too widespread for its own damn good. Death by a million paper cuts, basically. And it's sad, but what can you do? I hope I don't go out that way. If that's how I die, I would rather die from, like, one big thing, or go out in a blaze of glory, rather than that slow, steady decline into oblivion. I don't think there's anyone who really, truly wants that ebb into nothingness. Shell of your former self kind of treatment. But hey, it happens to all of us. If not the former, then the latter, you know? It's just how it is. I'm trying not to paste too many structures like this everywhere. I want to kind of space them out a bit. But I do really, really like them, like this one. Like, this is just sort of a spur-of-the-moment thing I thought of, and I was like, hey, that looks good. And then same for this little topiary here. You know, I wanted to complement a topiary to complement this original topiary that I made, which I think turned out excellent. This topiary, honestly, I've been trying to chase the high of this topiary like 5 times throughout the course of the last year. I've really not been able to make a topiary more topiary-esque than this. This is truly the most topiary of all time. And I just can't top it. I guess I'm huffing topiarium. I don't know. But hey, you know, little knickknacks like this are perfect. Space Valk 3 is a better place for having had them. Rotate. Did I get paid for my live streams? Well, I have monetization and all that stuff on, and people donate every now and then. So kind of gone. Also, Gon, Tira, I remember you. You used to come around last year, didn't you? Jack, do I have a pet? I'm gonna assume you're a new person, Step Tiger. Yes, I have a cat named Ellie. She is very vocal. She will likely whine at least twice on this very live stream. She's already whined once to come into my room. She's afraid of the storms, you see. So, she'll likely whine at some point to go out. If it ends before I end the stream. No idea otherwise. You have to go back to school tomorrow? Oh, I'm sorry, Sprook. What was my favorite group based on 2B2T? Oh god. Definitely Valkyria. I mentioned a moment ago I was chasing the high of that major topiary over here. I've been chasing the high of this topiary for a year. Well, for many more years than even that, I was chasing the high of Valkyria. Because I absolutely loved how Valkyria turned out. Yeah, it turned into a shit show at some point, but something about Valkyria was just like... It was an irreplaceable experience, you know? You just had to have been there. I mean, there's a reason the most famous thing I've ever made is called Space Valkyria. That was exactly what I was trying to do. And I can admit that to myself now. I don't know that I really succeeded. Because, like, in both instances, I was the one doing stuff and nobody else was... like, super available. Like, ask me the number of times Alpha helped build something on Space Valk 3. Alpha didn't even know what 2B2T was, and Space Valk 1 was being a thing. So, like... like, yeah, it was mostly just me. But, I mean, I'm alright, I guess, with that. It could be worse. It really could be. Oh shit, I've already got another one over here. I can't do that. Gotta make it, I guess there's room enough for something here. Oh wait, we've got that little gazebo. Okay, I think we got enough gazebos. Forget that, I'm not gonna do any more. I'm gonna make more of this. It's not, like, the best topiary of all time. It's certainly not the most topiary of all time, but it's a topiary and it'll do. It's a differing design. And that's what ultimately matters. Okay. Sweet. You're back at school on the 21st. Ah, okay. Kind of well-known streamer's cat passed away recently, adding to the sadness of 2021. Oh, who was it? Yeah, sometimes you watch my streams. Ah, good going. I'm glad you're still sticking with me. Even if only, like, you know, briefly here or there. Who's cat? Who was the streamer and who was the cat? 7. Yeah, I want a gap of like 7 blocks between these. Oh wait, no. Yeah, this will work. Hey Universe, and how is that? How are you? Did I ever encounter Kingaros? No, I never did. I saw him in chat a bunch, but I never, like, met him. I don't, like, know any greater... anyone who's a better PvP or anything like that, but, like... Kingaros never struck me as somebody that interesting. Like, when I heard about him killing... what was it, Tristan? Or Popbob? And the other one logged? I forget which one he killed. He killed one of them and then the other one logged out. When I heard about that, I couldn't really, like, believe it. Obviously, there's video evidence of it, so it's pretty hard to, like, not believe. But also, like, I didn't really care. Because, like, that really would just... it dented their ego a bit, but it didn't really, like, do anything. You know? You met King Gross, but not on 2PGT. Ah, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, at least you got to meet somebody you looked up to, I guess. I don't know. Did you ever look up to King Gross Wizardly Mold? Hey, Stormcat1, how are you? You'll be back next week? Okay, welcome back. in advance, of course. Cleric is the streamer whose cat died. Yeah, I don't know him, no. He streams Breath of the Wild. Cat's name was Rosie. He was, 20, yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of how it is. Cats don't live too far beyond the age of 7, or 20. That's like 70, 85, 80 in cat years, I want to say. So yeah, it's not... it doesn't look good. And, what can you do, you know? I will say this. I know I recently posted pictures of my other cat, Stella, on Twitter, but she's like 13 or 14 years old. So, like, I know that day is coming as well. It's not super imminent, but, like, and she's in good health as far as we can tell, but, like, you know eventually one day that day will happen. And you don't look forward to that day in any way, but, like, it is what it is. And I know one day Ellie will also pass away, and that's sad to think about, but I can't help that. I love my little whiny furry siren, but you know, life is sometimes a cruel joke. I don't know how else to put it. But at the very least, you know, you can look forward to having a lot of what few years in some cases are left. But you can also look back on the happiness, the fun times. You know, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all, that sort of thing. Right here. I just wish I didn't have to, you know? I wish cats could live about roughly the average of a human lifespan so that we wouldn't have to part with them so readily in the course of such a brief, seemingly brief span of time. It sucks, but such is life in the zone. Oh! Mexican Iron Spider-Man. Interesting. Is this person spamming? Your first cat became blind at 18 and died shortly after. Yeah. Yeah, cats often get problems like diabetes, blindness, arthritis. I've seen cats that have had, like, pancreatic issues in addition to diabetes, like pancreatitis or hepatitis. They'll get all sorts of really bad stuff like that. Feline leukemia. It's just, you know, it's one of those things. Cats don't have long lives. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. But you learn to make do. You learn to love them and cherish them while you have them. Because if not, you will regret it. Okay, I'm liking this row of hedges. Or row of topiaries. He actually started following me when Fit talked about my glory base. You're surprised I actually gave him a tour on it. It was super crazy. My glory base. Which base is this? I'm not entirely certain which base you're referring to, Ron. But I'm glad you've been with me a while, if nothing else. Even if it's only been a short while, you know. Want an animal that'll live as long as you get a bird. Oh, okay. African gray parrots. Really? Yes, cats are cuter than birds. I can't deny that. I can't imagine... Well, first of all, a cat would not tolerate a bird in my house. My cats would tear a bird to shreds. I know that would be a bad, bad idea. Okay, let's see if this will behave and actually... It's touching, but it's not the end of the world. Actually... Oh, whoa. Redo. Okay. I'm gonna put this here. And then I'm gonna select this and move it all by 2 blocks. Ooh, barely. Just barely fits. Okay. And so that should line it up. And also not make it touch anything, because these topiaries don't need to be touching anything, I don't think. Birds can be cute in their own right, don't get me wrong, but cats still win out. Bro, parrots are toddlers that live for 50 fucking... God, really? That is awful. I don't want that. Oh no. Let me rotate it back this way. Okay. 90 is what I wanted. 3, 5, 7. How much is my FOV? I play it Quake Pro. God, you play it Quake Pro? How do you manage that? I play it normal. Quake Pro. Holy shit. How do people stand that? They're just saying you get the right bird, they'll live for 80 years? God, dude. How accurate was Fit's retelling of some of my bases? I don't know off the top of my head right now, just because, like, I don't remember every single word Fit has said ever. Like, how accurate is your recollection of everything you've ever experienced? Like, give me parts to work with, Suki. I'll see if yay or nay. 6. Okay. You don't want a bird that'll outlive you, Jesus. How do you all live on Quake Pro? What is wrong with you? Jack, do you think it's a good idea if you sell some items on 2BTT to pay for priority? Forget if people will buy or not. But the idea itself. I mean, if you can guarantee it and, like, not rip people off and, like, I guess if you sell shit to people who actually want it. Yeah, sure, go right ahead. What do I care? If it's not gonna, like, eat your life or anything. I guess it's fine. Just don't become one of those money-hungry Shulker Road enthusiasts. That's all I ask. You know, people say that you just love it. Really? Okay. I mean, to each their own, I suppose, but I can't stand that shit. Like this? Oh my god. Imagine building like this. Like, I feel like my ears and eyes and face have been stretched with, like, big bits of tape on either side, and, like, my face is cartoonishly molded around my skull, and everything is just deformed. I can't judge distance like this. Like, this looks like 5 blocks, but it's probably more like 4. This shit would make me nauseous. No, thank you. Normal, please. Because I'm a normal person, not an absolute weirdo or something. Pretty sure he said he discovered the original Space Falcon. Yes, he did. He did discover it, but he was not the first. But he definitely did accidentally discover it. That did really happen. I remember coming home from work, and Silver Crown King was at the base and saw Fit and Exalted and Spartan 512. First Fit showed up, and he was, you know, going off in a piston flying machine, and he was shocked, you know, stunned to find Space Falcon 1. And, you know, fair enough, like, accidents like that occur. You know, people happen by other people's bases all the time. That is nothing new. But then he turned around and told a bunch of other people at Aureus, including Spartan 512, and so Spartan 512 came to investigate. And that's when Silver Crown King had to, like, shoot at Spartan using a bow and arrow to, like, make him go away, because we didn't know what his intentions were. We didn't know a lot of those people all that well at that time. I was not yet part of Aureus, so, you know, that was just kind of like being careful, you know? You play with 30 field of view, really? What's that like? What are you, farsighted? Jesus Christ. It's all the way down. How and why? Oh my god, this is even worse. Again, what happened to just being normal? Just be normal, guys. How hard is that? You act like there's a rule against being normal. 3, right here. I can't stand anything that's not this. Jack thinks you're... I mean, it's definitely strange. But being a weirdo is way more than just one odd choice, Mike. Like, everybody's so concerned about how other people view them. You gotta understand, it's a compounding effect. Being weird in one aspect is fine. That makes you unique. That makes you interesting. But it's like a snowball. You know, a snowballing of weird. That's the problem. Quick Poke plus Speed Boat. Yeah, I know. I've tried that for a lark. That's one thing. Anyway, do I think shutting down the end in 1.18, not sure that's the timelines. Sure, some people, maybe the people that grieve Space Valk maybe got mad. Or that's... It was not 1.18, it was 1.9 and 1.8. It was in 1.8, Joseph Mills. That's when that happened. Obviously that made people mad, but like, I don't give a shit. They were gonna find our shit and blow it up and grief us anyway. Like, a lot of people fail to recognize the idea that shutting down the end, it wasn't about making people mad. It was about the privilege of owning an entire dimension. Like, we knew it was gonna make people mad, but it also bought us 9 months of peace. Like, how many of you have had a guaranteed 9 months of nobody's gonna be able to touch you? Like, ever. Probably never. Nobody else has likely ever had that kind of guarantee. And, you know, I'm happy to have had that. But hey, to each their own. Plus, that wasn't gonna stop the nerds from griefing our stuff. It wasn't. That didn't stop Jared and Talo from finding the base. It didn't stop Tristan from backstabbing us. It just wasn't going to be an actual solution. But not shutting down the end would probably have brought those things about even faster. So, like, at the end of the day, I regret nothing. I had fun. No, you know you're weird, you're just trying to be funny. Okay, well, fair enough. At least you accept it. Quake Pro, only for pros. That's why it's named Quake Pro. Ah, I see. Benkyou ni narimashita. But at any rate, I still can't, what? Oh. Accidentally maintained the, selection. There we go. Well, hey, it is what it is. Do I have any rivalry or like nemesis with 2B2T? Not really anymore. I'm trying to think who might have, like, at one time fallen under that. I guess Jared? But even Jared and I really kind of, like, stopped caring. So I don't know. Jack, in today's society, there's no such thing as normal. Tell me about it. I know, Lucas. I know. I mourn normalcy, I really do. Simply because, like you said, there's no such thing as normalcy anymore. Ah well, what can you do? You play with Quake Pro because you can see more and it's very useful for lighting up a cave. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I've heard the I can see more. I've heard that. I feel you. I definitely could. But I also feel like my face was being deformed and I was being tortured. So, I can't really get behind the idea of using it. I get where you're coming from with your own opinion on it. But, like, nah, that ain't for me. Sorry, bud, it ain't for me. Yeah, Quick Pro makes everything look awful and stretched. Oh, I know. Okay, it'll be right here. Perfect. Okay, time to be lazy. Oh shit. Accidentally selected the wrong thing. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, baby. Let's get all the lighting. Okay. That's cool. I hate it when it doesn't decide to, it'll update the lighting for some of this, but not some of this other stuff. It's very strange. Okay. Yeah, that works. And then... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the whole thing is what, a 7 by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, perfect. And I can fit one more, I believe. Four, 5, 6, 7. Let's see here, Jack. Do I have any... Oh, I already read the rivalry thing. Guy on Saturday is finishing mining a Minecraft world. Really? This Saturday? That's nutso. But good luck to him. I hope he can deal with whatever demons it is he's trying to dig out of his life. 100 field of view is the best because it's between normal and Quick Pro. Really? Alright, I'll give that one a shot, I guess. I mean, it's between the two, but it ain't, like, too far away from... Like, it's just a few blocks away from Quick Pro. Like, this is still awful. I'm sorry, good old 70. This just feels right. Like, this has always been how Minecraft was. I don't even remember when Quick Pro was added. I'm that old. You ever think there was I, Tristan and the Doc Enderpickle show? Voice sounded funny. Where? What interview? It probably was him, if memory serves. If it's the interview I think you're talking about, Joseph. But I don't know. I don't have a reason to assume it's not him. Just rewatched the Dune movie. Oh, man. I'm looking forward to Dune Part 2 whenever that comes out. I really, 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 really loved Dune. It was so good. I gotta rewatch that. Jack's like those badass anime characters that he has lolly sidekick. Well, if said lolly sidekick could be Shinobu, I'd be alright with that. We could caca all night long. It's an old console world. Ah, so he's only mining out a square kilometer. Cop out. But hey, more power to him. Again, I hope he unearths whatever demons are haunting his life. Old console world. Okay. This is not good placement. I'm gonna have to go back. Oh, missed a block. Uh-oh. See? Right on schedule. I told you she'd be here. Told you she'd do that. How big is our old console worlds? Oh, that's not even a square kilometer. Are you serious? Bitch, I've mined out more than that. Albeit, I TNT duplicated to do it, but, you know, semantics. I don't want to think about having to mine all that out by hand, but I assume he's doing it by hand. The one by Bezos. So yeah, I guess that's the only one. So yeah, it'd have to be. I don't know. Alright, I'll let you out. Jesus. With or without Beacon. If it's an old console world, I think that's still with Beacon. Was 256 but got up to 2056. Really? God. Okay, if you're going to bed soon, Golden, I understand. Coolest thing in my 2BTT Ender chest were the player heads and some private journals that I used to have. You want to leave? Say hi to the stream. Will you say hi to stream before you go? Say hi. Meow. You gonna purr? She doesn't like being held. Oh well. Oh god. I'm sorry, baby. Shit. Yikes. I hit the blades of my fan. Scared me half to death. And her too. Cat face cam, never. You will see her pictures on Twitter and that's it. Ow. Man gets killed by his cat live. No, if anything, I would be the one to inadvertently kill her. She's too tiny to actually do damage to me. Like, she can scratch me and that's about it, but that's not anything meaningful. I think LG Studios got 5,000 for PlayStation before they went to Bedrock? Really? Damn. Coolest, yeah. Wasn't there something with Exalted Spartans and Popbob? And Popbob was really pissed, yes. Oh my god, those were the days. So, I've told this story before as well, but I'll tell it again just because it's a good one. It's a gem. Oh. Oh shit. So, at some point, it was in November of 2013, I remember that. Oh, damn it, I just rotated that thing again. Okay. Paste. There we go. Okay, so in November of 2020, or 2013, sorry, not 2020, way too many years later. So in November of 2013, we still had the spawn teleport exploit. And it was extremely popular. And to be fair, it was really fun. Like, a lot of bases and a lot of other communities kind of discovered each other because they could all teleport to spawn at the drop of a hat. So having that kind of, you know, dumb fuckery that could just occur at any moment's notice, it drew a lot of people to spawn, including Popbob. Okay, so at some point, Popbob was like, no fun allowed, because the spawn teleport exploit worked basically on a certain coordinate, and only on that coordinate, everybody who used spawn teleport would always teleport to that exact block. So being able to, you know, figure out where spawn teleport is, I mean, that wasn't hard. Everybody knew where it was. Very first thing Popbob does, he starts camping it. Like a complete asshole. Like a good asshole, Popbob is there. And so, he decides to gatekeep STP. We refer to spawn teleport, the location that you would end up at. We would refer to the hack as STP, and we would refer to the location as STP. The location is world spawn, as it was originally defined in 2010. So it's like... Fuck, where was that? I gotta look that number up. There we go. It was negative 235x, 64y, 241z. That was STP. And spawn teleport, or STP, was a notorious spot because everybody would go there. Again, most people were alright with it because it was a hub of trade and activity and it was fun. But then you'd have people like Popbob who would not respect it and would actively go out of their way to, you know, they would trap it, for example. Because even back in those days, if you fell from 64Y to bedrock, even after eating a god apple and having full prot 4, you would still die. Because god apples would only give you 2 extra hearts of absorption. And the resistance and the regen were not strong enough to withstand the drop. The drop was just too much. And so, it was notorious for people to, like, fall to their deaths. Popbob was, of course, camping the area, so he would ensure he'd clean up anyone who came through. That kind of thing. And in this day and age, Popbob is just really, like, making an ass of himself. And so my base mates and I, we're already back at the lands for a few months by this point. And we're like, okay, we've had enough of Popbob. Let's go teach him a lesson. But we didn't know really, like, the best way to do it. So everybody just spawn teleported in the overworld. And would, of course, fall to their deaths. Or they would somehow evade falling to their deaths, but then Popbob would be there waiting. And he had stacked armor. He was showing off that he had stacked armor that would basically make him invincible, or at the very least really, really hard to kill. Because for those of you who don't know, back in those days, having stacked armor was like a PvP-defining feat. You were unkillable in PvP if you had more armor than your opponent. And a stack of armor was like unheard of for the time. And so we all kind of like shit our pants and we were like, well, how do we deal with this? What do we do? And so eventually Zarviar, Spartan, Exalted Spartans, and Kinorana all got the idea to just continuously spawn, or teleport to spawn over and over and over. And it got to the point where they were just making shitty vanilla diamond swords just to go and damage Popbob's armor just that much more. Because at a certain point they knew there was no beating him. But they could nick and damage nickel and dime his armor to death. That was the idea. And so that's what they did. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make sure Popbob was as inconvenienced as possible. And normally it wouldn't have amounted to anything, and that would have been the end of it, and that's where the story would end. But then, while they were wailing on him, Popbob's internet lags out on him. Just bam, just like that. And it's like, oh shit, son, you just lost the lottery. And that means you lose everything. And yeah, Popbob lost his stacked armor. Oh shit, that's too far. That went into a building. He lost his stacked armor. And he lost a little bit of his own dignity, honestly. It really burned his ego to lose out as big as he did. You could tell. He was super mad for a good 5 days afterward. We took all of his stacked armor, because, you know, he dropped it. This is before Curse of Vanishing, so there was no way to keep it from being looted. And he just was not happy that it happened. He initially suspected we had some sort of special hack, or like, I don't fucking know, whatever. Some sort of like magic voodoo that we worked on him, and that was what killed him. That's what caused his internet to lag out, and that's why he lost. And it wasn't anything special. We just got lucky. Meanwhile, I went to the Nether and decided to go around the Nether side and spawn teleported that way. Well, by the time I got there, Exalted Spartans got lucky and dealt the final blow to Popbob, and that was the end of it. And I was just like, oh shit, they got him. What the hell? They got him. And yeah, that was the end of it. And from that day forward, Popbob, like, I think he kind of respected us a little bit. Maybe a little. Oh, damn, that's... Oh, wait, never mind. That's a block too low. Okay, cool. So, yeah, from that day forward, Popbob was never quite, like, as smarmy of an asshole, but, like, he wasn't friendly to us or anything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He didn't like it, but he did kind of have to put up with it. Because, you know, when you lose, you lose. There's no taking back a loss like that. It definitely frosted him. It frosted his flakes. And that was the end of it. I don't think we ever really had another major brush-in with Popbob, apart from him laying that final bed in the bed chain. But, like, that was gonna happen anyway. So, like, there was very little we could do about that. So yeah, that was pretty well it. What came first, Popbob's end base or Space Valkyria? Popbob's end base. That thing was destroyed in like 2013, well before Space Valk 1. Popbob's end base was like basically his own illegal items paradise for a time. He had mob spawners there. He had... I'm not really sure what he had in the way of, like, goods, but I know he'd had to have had some good things out there. He'd hidden it, funny enough, like, only 400 or 500 blocks away from spawn. Over the void. In the inky blackness that was, like, barely even slightly hidden. Like, the moment Elytra became legal, that place would have been found. If it hadn't been destroyed by Tristan and Pyro. There was no way that place was sticking around. Ah, damn it. Undo. I guess it's 6 after all. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Cool. I like these little streaks of topiaries. I don't know. Have I ever joined Hypixel midstream? No. I've only joined Hypixel a handful of times. I'm not a Hypixel person. I don't really care. Think the Farlands regenerated, apparently, but I don't have anything definitive on that, and I don't really care. I remember Alpha wanted to make a fake Farlands one time just to mess with Fit. And then I think it was like obvious just how much work that was going to be. And he never did it. And so yeah, that was it. The story of why DirectX was good for a bit, till OpenGL took over. Ah, really? Played Minecraft on PS Vita for the first time. Oh wow, was it bad? Also, there's still a PS Vita? Really? That's still a handheld? Weird flex, but okay. Oh, hey, Gladbag, how are you? You see they rebuilt Aureus. Yes, I did see that. Oh, Space Valk 1 is next. Deloaded said that? Really? Okay. Well, more power to him. Just tell him to fucking water cube it. Don't just rebuild it and then grief it. Water cube it. Because Gujon was making a rebuild attempt in like late 2020, early 2021 or something like that. And it got found way too quickly. Of course, Gujon didn't have as many people helping him. And so word spread way too quickly. But like, I'm all for people doing stuff like that if they want to. You just gotta be really, really fast. And you gotta be like smart about it. And you gotta try to preserve it. You really couldn't do that with Aureus. But you can do that with Space Valk 1. You could water cube the place and it'd be okay. For a time. I just hope he does that. Do I know what happened to Popbob's account? No. I've never really kept up with Popbob. I don't really care. If Popbob's lost his account, that's on him. Very little I have to say on the matter. If that's what's indeed has happened. But if not, fuck if I care. Nerds Inc. are really just the fun police? Yeah, that seems to be the case. But hey, if Deloaded is... Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I really want to like go back, is the thing. Because like, Space Valk 1 was all well and good, but it was never finished. Unlike Aureus, Space Valk 1 never quite got to the point where I wanted it to be. So I don't know about finishing it up. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'd like to see what they do. And if they take a world download or not. Tell them how to finish it. I could. I don't know. I don't know that I want to go back on 2B2T is the thing. I guess it's not a bad idea. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we got a lot of open space here. Maybe put another few topiaries around this way. Six, seven. Okay. I don't think there's enough room on this side. Maybe on this side. All right, cool. I like that. That gives it a slightly better, slightly more, you know, lived-in feel, I guess. They only griefed Aureus because that's what they did in 2016. Oh, okay. Never saw Yellowstone Joe in any of the footage. Oh. Maybe he couldn't make it on. I don't know. I know I couldn't make it on. I was at work at the time. Whoa. I don't think Popbob's an annoying person. Like, really, if you met him IRL? I don't know. I've never met him IRL, so I can't say. Forget playing $20. Must be sponsored via Deloaded. That would be nice, I guess, but, I don't know. Put this here. Rotate it 90 degrees again. Positive 90 degrees. Paste. There we go. That's what I want. Oh yeah, I was gonna make something connecting this up and like spreading power everywhere. I might do that. Somewhat soon. Not sure yet. Oh, right here needs some topiaries. What was my favorite era of YouTube? I guess 2012, 2011. Where it wasn't such serious goddamn business. You could like actually have cool stuff here. And people wouldn't lose their goddamn minds over every little bit of drama. I mean, there was still drama, don't get me wrong, but like... It felt more alive and organic. And then the copyright content ID system got really underway and it just... sucked all the fun out of the platform. Undo. And now you can't spit without YouTube saying yay or nay to it. Which is just kind of how it is. Like, honestly, YouTube needs to get the Elon Musk treatment. Somebody smart and powerful needs to buy it out from underneath Google, tell them to fuck themselves, and like actually make this place good again somehow. And force the doctrine of fair use more evenly. Because it's not. Fair use exists and it's almost totally ignored. And like it's silly. And just make countries have to sign on to the idea or you don't get YouTube. And it's such a big platform. People will want it. Like when Steam was banned in Indonesia, people raised bloody murder. You know, they raised Cain, and like they should. Exactly as they should have. And guess what? They reinstated it. Same for PayPal. And it sucked that they ever, you know, did that in the first place, but like, demand exists for a reason. So yeah, I would just revise YouTube, make it be, look, on YouTube, everything is subject to fair use laws. And if you don't like that, you don't get YouTube. We will shut it down in your country, and that's just all there is to it. Force them to play ball. That's the thing, there's so much abuse and so much distrust with, like, well, everybody. At a certain point, you know, it's poisoned the well so badly, nobody wants to be part of it anymore. And I mean, can you blame them? If I weren't doing this, I don't know that I could be streaming on YouTube. Hell, if Dova syndrome didn't exist, I don't know that I could stream on YouTube. Just because, like, I don't think people would care to watch. Come on, where is it? There we go. Nobody would have any sort of reason, you know? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I was fuck. Right here. Paste. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, boy, that's the good stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 5. So it must be right here. No, 1 block over. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now I've got to design another little something something. Something small, a lot like that gazebo that can just sort of go anywhere. Or like this topiary that can just sort of go anywhere. Oh! Water fountain. Glad I thought of it, me. But let's make it rectangular. Oh, good night, who is this? Oh, good night, Shadow. Take care, Void Shadow. Anyway, Jack, I hate to ask this, but we're ever going to build those arcs showcased in the Discord a long time ago. I've forgotten. Those arcs showcased in the Discord. Do you happen to have, like, screenshots? I don't remember what that was. I will do it if I can remember. I don't know. Do you have screenshots, Sam? Well, I don't know. I can't remember immediately what that is. But whatever, I was going to build a fountain anyway. So for right now, that's what I'll do. I will do whatever those arches or arcs. Yeah, I don't know. You're going to have to be more specific and give me some examples. That's not ringing any bells right off the top of my head. 11. Okay, perfect. There we are. Those things! Ah, thank you. I don't know where to put them. Oh, you know what? You know what? Thank you, Sam. Yes, I will do that right now. Because I can incorporate that into this. So I was going to make a fountain. And I can still do that. And I can incorporate those arcs into the fountain. Because, like, I was thinking of it in terms of, like, a circle or something. Come on. But yeah, I can do that. I can do that easy. Easy. Okay. Actually, let's make this each cylinder quartz of 7 blocks. Perfect. Oh, what am I doing? I should do this. Okay, thanks for the idea, Sam. I needed that. I wasn't sure I was gonna, like, do that specifically, but that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, then family channels came along. That definitely didn't help. Elon Musk fires people who complain about him. I mean, there's not much you can really do about that, you know. When you own a business, you can do whatever you want, really. Kind of. Not like whatever, but, you know, there's some leeway, and if you don't like people talking about you, you do have that option. I know that isn't, like, a popular idea, but, I mean, where is it written that you must, just because you're the boss, you must let people shit talk you? Where is that, you know, where is that enshrined? So I don't know. It's very much on an individual basis kind of thing. I know you probably won't like it, but you don't actually have to let people, especially your employees, the people you're paying to be, you know, something, Now, obviously, you have to be a good boss, but I don't know. It's a bit of a mess. Max could finally drop Super Trash Brothers 2. God, that would be nice. Max Mofo could make more videos. Yeah, I know. Sure would be nice. But hey, if it can happen to Twitter, it can maybe happen to YouTube one day. Who knows? You're literally cooler than all. I mean, you know, you're really cool. You're cool enough, Sam. I'm not gonna lie, that was dope of you to give me that idea. To say something, to speak up. Because, like, I completely forgot. So, yeah. I'm definitely really happy you said something. There we go. Okay, now how the best... Okay. I got an idea. Let's make it like 7. Yeah, that should be good. Nope. Not enough. YouTube is the smallest of Google's 3 main advertising revenue sources according to the nearly 20 billion... Jesus Christ. 13%. Really? That's all they are? Damn, YouTube is a small gig. Then maybe they wouldn't mind so much if somebody came along and was like, hey, let's make YouTube good by slapping Google's hands out of the way. Because Lord knows they need to be. But then again, I know Google pays for a lot of people in ways that we don't really know. So, like, for example, with advertising, I know that a lot of the advertising that YouTube does, like, it draws a lot of eyes, and that's great, but if another company were to take over, maybe it wouldn't be so good. I don't know. That's the problem. You would have an income problem if you aren't careful. So I don't know. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, I hate to say. Okay, so it's going straight up. Actually, I think I want this to be quartz pillar. Is YouTube Red the same thing as YouTube Premium? I don't think so. But then again, I don't know. I don't mess with any of that stuff, so I couldn't tell you. Oh! Shit, it's not even large enough. Undo. Okay. Ah! Perfect. Where can you watch Scare PewDiePie and I don't know, man. Oh, hey, Sculler. How are you? How's the city coming along? You haven't seen the build since 2B2T? Really? You've been that far out of the loop, huh? Alright, I'll do a tour at the end to show it all off. So how you been, Sculler? What's been happening? Have a world download of Wizard? Yeah. That was not site number 1. That was site number 2. Site number 1 was empty. Nothing was ever at site number 1. Well, there was for a time, but then it got found, or well, we were under threat basically, so we evacuated number 1 and went and made number 2. Which was the original. So this place. And here we are. Your Pearl was at site number 1. Oh, okay. How have I been doing? It's just the usual. More of the same, really. Working, doing this, running back and forth. Got school, got all this typical stuff that everybody seems to have. Typical problems everybody has, I mean. I got a million problems, but 2B2T ain't one of them. What about you, Sculler? Do you still play 2B2T? What type of music do I listen to? A lot of classic rock and hard rock from like the 70s and 80s. I listen to some Japanese electronica by a certain composer that I absolutely love. Let's see here. What else do I want to listen to? Just, you know, that's pretty much it for right now. I should probably expand my repertoire. Listen to the occasional bit of video game music as well. I mean, who doesn't? But yeah. Oh, let's see here. With all the boys, for Pilot Gujong, G-Smack, okay. Sometimes Courier pokes his head in. There's some thing you wanted to message me about, okay. And there it goes, since someone brought your priority for a book, but there's some interesting things going on behind the scenes. You haven't played, but you've been poking your head in. Oh, well, yeah, feel free to message me after stream, man. I'll happily, gossip. I mean, I guess it's gossip. And that's gonna splash everywhere, damn it. Okay, this is supposed to be a fountain anyway, so... Kind of vile. Oh, really? Is it more of the Spawn Masons control the server shit, or is it something else? Different control, 2015. Ah, yes, that. I might know what you're talking about already, but I'll let you have your. Say your piece. Just because I want to see if you found any further additional info and things of that nature. Okay, that's one you already know. Oh, good. Okay, I think this is a pretty decent looking fountain for now. It's not done. It needs a bit extra stuff, I think. I may not 100% adhere to the arch style, Sam. So, forgive me, but, you know, I like it. But enough, I'm actually not far from Lane. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, Lane is still alright. He's still around. He's just tired of 2B2T and he wants to keep himself clean of all that, so he's pretty well stopped associating with it entirely, honestly. But you know, I let him have his piece. If he wants out, he wants out. I don't blame him. There's nothing wrong with wanting out. Ooh, Let's make a ring. Like, right here. Yeah, this'll do. Let's make it 8 blocks. Yeah. Oh, and make this actually look more connected. But anyway, oh, you moved recently? Okay. Been trying to check up on him, but he's totally MIA. Yeah, like I said, he doesn't want to be disturbed. Like Lane he got out, like I said. He doesn't want to be dragged back in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. I'd let him have his space, honestly. Where can you find... Yeah, where can you find the comic? Is it still up on Judge's site? It's on his old blog. Okay. Still. Wow. Post links. Oh, yeah. Well, go to, like, art in the Discord, the art tab, and you should be able to share it there. Hell, I might even just pin it, just because it's such a classic experience. Oh. It's a real shame that it ends, like, it doesn't even get really too far into, like, 2013. I really wish Judge had just kept making more and more of that comic a little bit, day after day after day. But sadly, Judge had a lot of problems he had to deal with. I don't know that Judge ever could have, like, gotten himself into it. He kept trying to finish it and start a new one, and then... Judge was just always besieged with issues. Oh shit. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Fuck it. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna have to cull this water, I think. Oh shit. Ah. Much better. Just make that bottom slab a stair and then add some funky pillar in the middle. Alright, let me make the bottom slab a stair. Like right here. Or maybe right here. Now, I kind of like it as a pillar. It was a bit ago. Okay. Might have to come down on the water just a tiny bit. There we go. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I'm alright with this for now. I may or may not add more onto it later. Maybe something like this. I'm trying to not go overboard and make it too fancy, but like, that's a lot easier said than done. I don't know. At any rate, add the water to the tip going down. I'm gonna go back home. Oh, okay. Well, message me later, Sculler, whenever you're done. So yeah, other than that, I will catch you all later. It's been a productive little stream here. Oh yeah, and one more thing, Sculler, watch the VOD here, just so that you can see the tour of this crazy place. Like, I'm just gonna do a real quick flyby of everything. But like, there's so much here now. Oh my god. I mean, this is a solid 1.5 years of work. And this is with World Edit and creative mode. I really don't think I could have made all of this on 2B2T, even if I did have tons of dupe resources. At some point, something would have had to have given. It just wouldn't have... It wouldn't have been, like, doable, I don't think. And here I was putting topiaries everywhere and making giant water fountains and things of that nature. It's pretty big. It's very cool, thank you. Stunning. Well, thank you, Sculler. And here he is, the little original Space Valk 3. Oh, and I also added all this onto the underside. I didn't show this off. I did this somewhat recently. Basically, these are sort of like powering energy orbs or something. That's making everything float, basically. Definitely upgrade from the last saw. Yep. Big upgrade from everything that it was last there. There's actually no room, or no way down to this room from here. I don't think. Maybe I ought to make one. I don't know. I really wish Mojang had added that height update to every end, or every dimension. The end, the old world, all of it. It all deserved it. Are those end rods? Yes, those are end rods. Gives it a sort of, almost a holographic look. I've been told to make holographic art sculptures and stuff out of end rods. I would make it out of regular blocks and then turn them all into end rods, and it gives it a sort of holographic sheen to it, like a giant hologram projected into the sky or something like that. I might do that because Alpha said many years ago, while I was not even like done building the central pillar, Alpha said when I told him that I wanted to build a city off on the sides, I had a vision as to what that would look like, but I couldn't really like properly convey that to Alpha. And so he said he wanted to make a dragon with like it was wrapped around Space Valk 3, and the dragon would like have a city inside of it, but I was like, no, there's no way that would be practical. And so I thought, well, how about we put the dragon in the sky above Space Valk 3? And now I'm thinking maybe we should make the dragon out of end rods just like this, so that we still have the dragon and it looks really dope, you know? I don't know how else to put it. Just really fucking dope. And so yeah, that's where we are today. So yeah, do I plan on expanding the Northern Lights over the city part? No, it's fine where it is. I wanted it primarily concentrated on the central pillar. It's sort of like radiating out from the central pillar, I guess. But that's it, you know. But other than that, thank you guys so much for giving me a moment of your time and coming out and watching. Y'all subscribe to me and follow me on all the social media crap. Follow me on Twitter, all that stuff. The Discord. I have a Discord. It's down in the description. You know, feel free to join up. And, oh yeah, we are having this Sunday a special event. I'm opening a server. Yes, you heard that right. I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm doing it. We're going to have a fan server, and you're all going to be invited. So you all have a great night. See y'all tomorrow for more hardcore. Y'all stay safe and have a good one. Bye. It's vanilla, Ani. Just regular old vanilla. You'll find out more, don't worry. But yeah, catch y'all then. Bye.